Assalamu alaikum, this is Khalid and you're watching my 5th video of my first tournament report series of videos where I showcase my replays from Pokemon Maze tournaments. This is the third match, first round versus Ammar Al-Mahiri, also known as Ammar, also known as Ominous Crow on Twitter. This match is actually quite interesting. I'd say the last two matches of this tournament were the most interesting for me, which is basically this video and the next 3 videos. So I hope you'll enjoy those. So let's start. I'm not sure why I had the mouse. So there's my usual lead, Crobat and Gengar. And there's his Xerneas and his Aegislash. And Xerneas usually protects here in this situation because it's kind of obvious. So I decided to go for the protect, but he actually went for the King Shield here. I went for the Tailwind, expecting in case he went for the Geomancy, but he went for the Dazzling Gleam, which is kind of interesting. But right now it puts me in a kind of an awkward position because Xerneas cannot protect. Gengar is going to get knocked out by Shadow Ball from that Aegislash. But as it turns out, it's a physical Aegislash with Shadow Sneak, which isn't going to knock out the Gengar. As you can see here, I survived with 12 HP. I double into the Xerneas, which survives unfortunately. Here I should have attacked the Xerneas, but actually he had Shadow Sneak, so maybe it wasn't exactly the smartest idea. In any case, he went for the Grass Knot, expecting me to switch in the Kyogre or something. He goes and knocks out my Gengar, unfortunately. So that leaves Xerneas kind of free to go for the Geomancy, which it does right now. As you saw in my previous matches, I have Haze, so that's kind of a good answer against his Xerneas. But if I'm not mistaken, Tailwind should end right about now, so Crobat is going to have to take some damage. Yeah, Tailwind goes out. I bring in my Kyogre. I saw the Grass Knot earlier, so I'm going to be protecting my Kyogre and go for the Haze, making sure Xerneas isn't that much of a threat. I go for the protect, and we see Dazzling Gleam and not Grass Knot, which is I'm kind of okay with. Crobat thankfully survives with 12 HP, and I go for the Haze, cancelling out his stat boost, and he goes for Iron Head onto the Crobat, knocking it out. So right now Crobat did its job. Unfortunately I do not have Tailwind anymore. So now I bring in my Aegislash. Xerneas protects, and his Aegislash goes for the King Shield. So I thought he'd go for a very safe play here, and I went for substitute on my Aegislash. I went for Original Pulse just to attack, but unfortunately it did not happen. I used Original Pulse and not Water Spout because I thought he would be attacking, but he didn't. So here I protect. Used White Guard, interestingly enough, expecting Origin Pulse or something, but I protected and thankfully did not take that Grass Knot. Here I am going to knock out the Xerneas. I use Shadow Ball just to be safe in case he brings something. If I remember correctly, what did he have? In any case, just It's a better attack overall in this kind of situation. Yeah, I do not want to Gyro Ball his Groudon, so I went for Shadow Ball in case he switches in his Groudon. So Groudon cancels out my Rain, but things are going to get interesting right about now, and the battle is actually quite long. We're actually still halfway through. So there's his Aegislash going to go for an attack. A Shadow Sneak onto the Aegislash, which unfortunately reduces his own attack. He goes for Precipice Blades, and it does a little less than half onto my Kyogre. I go for Ice Beam onto his Groudon, which does about over half with a critical hit. So now he's in a very awkward position. I go for a Protect here, and he goes for another Shadow Sneak, but onto the Kyogre, which kills. He goes for a Precipice Blade, which will get rid of my Substitute. This is why Substitute is so good. It kind of helps in very awkward situations where without the Substitute you would lose. So I changed forms and went for the Shadow Ball onto the Groudon. Now my Kyogre is able to go for Water Attack to beat everything up. So, but he has Salamence, so I'm basically sure Salamence isn't. I mean, my Kyogre isn't going to survive. I mean, there's still the Shadow Sneak from the Aegislash, and there's what's it called? He could have went for Double Edge or something, but he got a critical hit, so he kind of messed up his calculations a bit, and he went for Draco Meteor. So now he has both of his Pokemon are now at -2 on their main attacking stats, which puts my Aegislash in a really good position. Now I'm behind the Substitute. I'm going to go back into Shield form next round, as you can see right here. And there's basically no way he can break the Substitute. Shadow Sneak in Shield form does less than quarter. Actually, it does. I think it does more than that, but now his Aegislash is at -4, so now it should do less than quarter. Whatever Salamence has is probably going to do less than half as well. I mean, less than quarter. So I'm in a very good position. There's his Shadow Sneak. As you can see, it does not break my Substitute. He has Life Orb, which is good for me because it's going to drain his HP over time. I used Shadow Ball. I was expecting his Aegislash to protect, but it did not. His Salamence actually protected there. I just wanted to. He goes for King Shield, then I believe I go. Yeah, I go for King Shield as well. Just wanting to make full use of my leftovers. I think the battle overall took like slightly less than 20 minutes. And the timer for untethered events, untethered matches is 20 minutes. So it's all within, it's all legal. He went for a Shadow Sneak, but this time my Substitute fades because of the damage already done. Now he reveals Fire Blast. I was deathly afraid, but look at that damage. It did nothing. It did less than quarter. So here I go for Shadow Ball onto his Aegislash. So now it's his silence versus my Aegis Slash. And as you saw earlier from the damage, there's no way that silence is going to knock out my Aegis Slash. He protects. I think I protect. Yeah, I went for King Shield here. Not sure why he would protect. I mean, I guess he would lose his Fire Blast PP, but yeah, okay, I guess it makes sense. So he went for another Fire Blast, doing slightly less than quarter, and I bring in my substitute. He goes for protect. I wanted to like heal up a bit, so I went for King Shield, but he failed because he did not attack. He goes for Hyper Voice, which goes through my substitute, but does like 18 damage. So I'm still kind of safe. If I'm not mistaken, 2 turns of leftover, so it's going to heal me more than 18 HP. So I went for Shadow Ball, which did more than half. So all I need is another Shadow Ball and the silence is knocked out. I went for a King Shield just to be safe against that Hyper Voice. But as you can see in the next turn, he's going to protect. So, and in this turn I will be attacking, so I will be left open, wide open. But thankfully at -2 and with the Aegis Slash's flying resist, it's not going to take much from the Hyper Voice, even at sword form. As you can see, I think it did like quite a bit of damage, but it doesn't matter. Shadow Ball knocks out the Salamence, and round 1 finally ends versus Amur or Amar or Amraskar, whichever name you prefer to go with, or Xiomar, as you can see there. It was a very long match. It's kind of funny how like he thought he got the game, but unfortunately things got turned around when I set up the substitute and he could not do anything with it. I mean, he could not do anything against it. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.